Hey, it's Jay, and I'm in originally what was meant to be a dining room, but we've kind of converted it to a music / hangout room. Our kids do gymnastics in here and that kind of stuff. We really haven't done anything with this room since we moved in. Today, I'm going to be adding a TouchStone Electric Fireplace to the wall right behind me. We have a friend who has one, and it just adds a lot of style to the room. Let's get started. All right, let's unbox this thing. Okay. It says useful part, do not dispose of. This looks really nice. I'm very, very excited. Just a couple things when I was unpackaging, it was really nice to have these two handles, one on each side, that I could just lift it up and out of the box. It looks like everything's in here. Now it comes with a kind of a fake log that you can put in, or it comes with crystals if you want to dress it up a little bit, and you can lay the crystals down here on the bottom part of the glass. The fire itself is an LED fire that looks very, very realistic. The LED fire is in here, so there's no risk. It's just really for aesthetics. But there is a heater built in as well. They're completely separate. On the back, there's a switch that allows you to turn the heater on and off. If you turn the heater switch off in the back, then even if your kid gets a hold of the remote, they're not gonna accidentally turn on the heater and have it running. TouchStone has many different types of electric fireplaces. This one in particular is supposed to be mounted onto the wall. It's because the heater itself, the vents are up here on the top, just behind the glass. And so the heat will vent up and out of the fireplace this way. So if you did a flush mount and you mounted it inside of your wall, then these would be covered up. Just for reference, you're able to mount this in the wall. You could put this in and build a frame for it inside, as long as you find like a non-load bearing wall and you cut through the studs, build a frame box around it, and then just mount it in there. But then you really wouldn't be able to use the heater at all. All right, so if you want to use that feature. So if you're purely going for aesthetics and you just want the flames and no heater, then you could put it in the wall. But if not, today we're gonna be just mounting it to the wall because we want the heater to be functional in the future. Now, TouchStone also puts out another fireplace that's meant to be put into the wall, but then they have these huge vents on the front side of it, and my wife and I just didn't like the style of that as much. Obviously you have to vent the heat somewhere, so they have it venting out right here, but we just didn't really want that look next to the fireplace and just thought it kind of took away from the whole thing. So we just decided to go with the wall mount instead. All right, let's get it set up. Step one, we're gonna remove the glass plate on the front and the wall bracket on the back. So they recommend a Phillips head screwdriver, which we could use, or we could just use the Ryobi drill. The heaviest piece on this by far is the glass, so we're gonna remove the glass. It sits in like two little brackets, and we're gonna set it off to the side. Here's that log. Let's check this out. Not bad. So the log could just sit like right in here if you want. Okay, I've got my bracket here, and the goal is to get it in as many studs as possible. In the instructions, it recommends at least 3 studs. That would be ideal. If you can only get it in 2, then go for it, but at least 2. I have a little bit of an advantage here because we built this house and took pictures throughout the process of it being built. So we have a good idea of what's behind this wall. And I know that there's a stud right about here in the middle of the wall, and then there should be a 16-inch on either side. We're gonna try to center the bracket on the middle of the wall. I wanna put it low enough so that the 6-foot cord that comes with the fireplace can actually go in the wall, drop down through the wall, and then we're gonna drill a little hole down below and pull it out just to plug it in. The entire plug will be behind the wall, and then we won't have a big cord hanging down across the wall. Where it hooks in here, the bracket sits 4 inches below the top of the back of the fireplace. Before we do anything, we gotta find the center point of this wall. Okay, so it's 107, half of 107 is 53.5. So just made a little mark, the center point of the wall. Step 2 is we're gonna locate our studs. There's one right here. Right about there. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, so it looks like I'm only gonna hit 2 studs on my bracket, and then on the other side where I'm not gonna hit, I'll just put a couple of wall anchors in. I need about 4 more hands, but we determined that there's these weird marks on our wall, and we decided that it'd be good to go about 14.5 inches above those marks. I'm centering the hole up here over the center mark that I made on the wall earlier. Now this is for the challenge. The level is down on the floor at my feet, and I gotta somehow get it up here without letting go. Let's see. Balance on my foot. Oh yeah. Okay, so I got the bracket perfectly level now, and all I'm doing is I'm just gonna put a mark on every single one so I know where everyone is, and then I can make a call in just a minute on which ones I want to use when I actually drill into the wall. I'm just saying of course because of course the stud is not where there's a hole on the bracket. You know what? I want this centered on the wall, so what I'm gonna do is make my own hole. I just got a new titanium drill bit set, so let's see how it works. There we go, we got a new hole. So I'm gonna go this one, these are gonna be studs. And then just for safety, I'll probably do one more wall anchor here and one wall anchor on this side. Perfect, right in the center. We just took it back off the wall because I want to hide the cord, and we found out the best option is the cord can actually feed behind the top of the bracket here. So I'm going to put my hole right here, which is just to the left side of this stud, and the wire will just fall down through the sheetrock right here, and then it'll be completely covered up by the fireplace. It would have been super cool if I just felt it right off the bat and grabbed it, but... Feel it. Oop. Oh, there we go. Alright, so that's about all the cord I'm gonna get, but at least I'm outside the wall now, and I can just use a little tiny extension cord to make it over to the outlet right here.
Føler du deg slem, da det klart at du skal være med hjem. Føler du deg bad, føler du deg slem, du vet at skoen gjør det stort igjen.
We're up to the last steps here. This little strip we weren't sure about earlier on, we just take it and install it on the bottom here, and that gives a little ledge for our crystals to sit on. Wow. Okay, so we tried that, the whole bag split wide open, so we're gonna try this again. Okay, I'm just gonna fit it into our brackets here. How are you doing over there on your side? You got them in? Mm-hmm. Oh, do you mind coming up just a little bit? There we go, now I'm in. All right, perfect. We got 2 screws and that's it, and we're set to go.